I just accidentally hit the start streaming instead of start recording. Anyways, this is the fourth episode of Garbage Growlers. I'm Nyrar, and this is R- uh, Rubbish Pandy.
No, it's not.
Shit. This
You've
is.
got my name already.
Fuck! It's streamer mode. It won't let me. This is Jimmy Ding Dong and Ron. Uh,
Jimmy Ding Dong.
yeah.
I'm Jimmy Ding Dong.
And I'm and I am and I'm nicotine-free tea-cigarettes.
You got some.
Yep, I do.
Smoking is bad.
Yep, and that's why you get. That's why I'm sponsored by this Chinese company.
Don't harm yourself. Harm the environment.
Nicotine-free tea-cigarettes. You can buy them anywhere on the internet because there's no tobacco in there.
Yeah. So, I think the UK government is trying to ban these actually.
That sounds
because
about
they're just
right.
so bad. Because they have like lithium batteries in them, and there's like they're just being thrown away.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. When I go to a smoke shop and get a replacement for these, I'm gonna ask them where I can get rid of these safely, because I know that they're fucking. They're not good.
You can use them to make flashlights and stuff.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you just have to solder it onto its own like charger thing, and then you just have to make a circuit that you can turn on and off with a little light.
Oh, okay.
You can also use them to make because it's basically like a dab cart thing. So you could also there's also things you can get that just solder on a little dab cartridge attachment, and then you're hitting weed instead of nicotine.
Yeah. Weed would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Still haven't bought any.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Maybe
I don't plan to.
we'll
Because we're.
they're
Yeah.
we'll legalize it in the UK. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Weed. Once we install the one world government that we control, everyone will be smoking weed. It'll be mandatory. We'll be giving weed to children in the schools so they know how to act right.
And they'll be laced with microchips.
Yep. Weed laced microchips and there's just fentanyl in there too. Because why not?
Is to accelerate the domination and the mind control.
Yep, and so that everyone has a steady tolerance to psychotropic drugs, so that biowarfare resistance.
Yep. We got the vaccines that made people furries, and now we're going to get the weed that makes people into femboys.
Yep, just the
That's
way.
phase 2.
Just the way.
That's phase 2 of Bill Gates' plan.
Just the way God intended.
Yeah. And Bill Gates.
Yep. Can't forget about him. He's always hiding in the background, eating something. I mean, he's gotta survive somehow. Maybe he just lives off of an IV bag of like super billionaire nutrients. I don't know.
Yeah.
The blood of the seventh sheep. I don't know.
What happened to the burst through the 6th?
They just didn't have that magic number luckiness nonsense, so they just ate they were like normal or whatever. People just ate them.
Did I think before you go back, you said there was something you wanted to talk about. Or there are things you wanted to talk about.
Just how like things change and life progresses, and I guess this is kind of this is just kind of this is where like this is like a change. This is where we're changing up the way the videos are and stuff, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah, because this is the first one that you're doing like entirely yourself, pretty much. I was doing like all the editing and stuff, but my life has really kind of picked up, and I've gotten really busy, so I've not been
yeah.
able to like have time to record and stuff. And then on top of that, having to do all the editing was just kind of too much. So Naira's very graciously said that she'll do all the editing,
Yep.
and you're doing really good.
Yep. So,
You're doing really good.
So now I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be on my channel for a while. If my life starts to pick up and you start to have extra time, we'll switch out again. It'll just it'll be whatever, and then we'll just put them all into a big playlist. But yeah, I just think it's interesting how things change, and even though things change, a lot of things still stay the same, and I just feel really good and positive about things lately.
I feel positive as well.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And I'm excited for Square Video.
Square Video, yeah, because you're recording it on a
CRT
an old
monitor.
like you're on a CRT monitor, yeah.
Yeah, but when people see this on their like phones or whatever, it's gonna look great because no one's gonna want to turn their phone sideways, and if they do, it's gonna be like, oh, there's two empty, like no one's gonna care. But sitting straight up like this, it's gonna, oh crap.
I haven't touched anything. I don't know what happened.
No, it's because of my settings. I think because I turned you down a bit. It's
Okay.
all good. Anyways, I started recording again. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. It might happen again. If it does, who cares? Anyways.
My PC is in the shop.
Either way, not a huge deal. I'm cool with it.
I'm also cool with this.
Yeah.
What's been happening lately?
Well, I'm closer to making guitar pedals, and I got a job interview. I don't really have any exciting art news, sadly. I've been recovering from a hand injury recently, so I haven't really felt like creating since I can't.
Yeah, I remember that. I think last time we did this, your hand was like you had them like taped together or something, or you had like almost sliced off the tip of your finger.
Yeah. Now my hand's fine, so I can finally return to making art and content and stuff. But I don't know, just be only.
I like how from the shop that we got, we can see your toilet.
Oh fuck.
No, it's good. It's good. It adds like a layer of like authenticity.
Well, that wasn't on purpose, but it happened.
So you can see my trash from my shot, so.
Hell yeah.
Don't do that.
This is the Garbage Growlers podcast, so we're living up to the name of the toilet.
Garbage.
Garbage, yeah.
Yeah. On purpose.
Hell yeah. No, that adds to the surreal charm of it. I feel like most people, they got these kids and they're being YouTubers and they're sleek cyberpunk dystopia, on the screen, and here we like to bring you a nice, genuine little slice of garbage.
What we do. That's what we do. Slice of garbage.
It's like a slice of life anime, except we're furries, and we're only semi-cartoon.
What's your favorite thing to find in the garbage?
Definitely like cool old technology. Like one time I found like a early 90s cell phone, like the first flip phone, and one time I found a $300 camera lens in a dumpster that I used for photography for like years.
When I was working at a high school cleaning, a teacher was trying to throw out some old floppy disks, like this whole box full of floppy disks.
I've been there.
And she was like, "These are so old, like nobody wants these." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'll have them." And she was like, "No, you don't want these." And I was like, "No, seriously, I'll have those." And she's like, "No," and she threw them out. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
What?
I think there might have been sensitive information on them, to be fair, but you know,
that's fair.
So it's completely understandable if she didn't want to give them to me for that reason. But I was just like so let down.
I bought a floppy disk drive recently because I have a floppy disk camera that records up to 15 seconds of 240p video at just 240p it gives you 15 seconds of 240p video, but it's like it's super artifacts because you know it's jamming all that onto 1 megabyte basically, and
that's so cool.
Yeah, but the pictures are actually a higher resolution than my CRT monitor, and so they make really good backgrounds. So sometimes I like to shoot pictures with it outside, but it's it's a 0.9 megapixel floppy disk camera from 1999.
That's ballin'.
Yeah.
Old tech is like. So you say you can take these apart and I can make little flashlights out of them?
Yeah. You would just.
How do I even break into one of these?
It depends on the model, but I've broken almost all of them. I feel like you figured out, like, there's a crease or something, you jam a pick or a... I'll check it out later. I can't... I don't want to mess up the... I mean, I guess I could just click on your thing, and then it would just swap with your character.
No, don't. I messed up your recording. Like, your setup. Don't do that.
It's all good. Either way. I'm like...
You got the blahage.
Oh,
you seen those like?
This is like the dysphoria blahage, but it's a whale.
Dysphoria.
Yeah.
It's a whale.
yeah.
So he wants to be a shark.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I got it because as a pangender person, I feel like that's how I feel sometimes, and so I was like, okay, the whale.
It's not a real blahage. Then what would you call if it's not a what's a whale version of a blahage?
It's like a blah almost.
Blaw.
Well, like a whale shark, you know, it's like almost there. I don't know. It's like a blah maybe. I don't know.
Every time I see a blahage, I keep thinking of those TikToks that keep getting pushed at me. TikTok is convinced that I'm a trans person.
Yeah, the whole internet is trying to convince me I'm schizophrenic now. I keep getting TikToks and ads that are like, people with schizophrenia apply here. You know, you may have schizophrenia, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I keep finding TikToks that are like, you know, like, oh, you might have ADHD, you might have like this kind of autism and stuff, and I'm just like, there's no way I have all of this. And then like, I'll find like another TikTok that's like, you know, it's very possible that you have all of these. I'm just like, I'm not getting my I'm not kidding.
I mean, I've had
My
friends.
mental health advice from TikTok. That's
I
not happening.
mean, you're friends with me, and I have had plenty of friends who have had like 90 mental illnesses. So it's very possible you get that like for real diagnosis, especially if you get a real doctor's doctor, if you know what I'm saying, and they keep you there for a few days. Then you know, who knows? Could be.
I don't know.
I think.
Yeah, it's
I think.
TikTok is just convinced. TikTok is just convinced that I have all the things that I think I might have, and it
I
keeps pushing all this content at me.
I personally think mental illnesses are like Pokemon, and you gotta catch them all.
You gotta catch all of them. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
That's
I'm
how
not
you
schizophrenic yet.
that's how you truly become normal. Is you
Hmm.
catch all the mental illnesses, and it's like uh, jack of all trades is a master of none. You know what I mean? And then you just go back to being normal. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't have schizophrenia. That's one that I haven't managed to get just yet.
I really don't think I do. I think the algorithm just wants me to because it's more uh, the flow of capital or whatever. It's more profitable for the corporations if I become schizophrenic. Um,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. I don't think that means I'm schizophrenic. I think that's just what they're pushing onto me.
Maybe. What others are there though? Because like, there's like schizophrenia, there's autism, and there's ADHD.
I
But like,
mean, like honestly, I'm probably schizotypal. It runs in my family. I have an uncle who does have schizophrenia, and if you look at the history of my mom's side of the family, you can find these old like accounts of like some relative of mine being like, this person went out to the field and got this grand vision of God, of the next prophecy of the next 10 years and how their family would live or whatever. And so there's definitely like a family history of people having like fanatical visions and hallucinations and stuff. Um, so like if I have
I want
some
to start making friends with shadow people.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's great. I think I'm just not gonna dwell on it too much because it is what it is, and it's probably not neurodegenerative, so it's probably not schizophrenia. But who knows? If I get schizophrenia, I don't care. It's it's something you can't control. It's life. It's your how your genes affect stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just, you know. I mean, for sure, yeah. I mean, you really can't do anything about it. It's just that's the part of you. It's more about like I think I feel like the way that the mental illnesses are described, like they're described as like illnesses and stuff, but it's more like I don't know. I feel like there are genuine like mental illnesses and stuff that like causes you to have trouble in society. And then there are other ones that are described as illnesses, but are more like just ways that your brain is structured. You know, like
Yeah, and the thing is the both of those come from the same kind of genetic pathways. It's just like what is considered an illness at what point, and what is just like a set difference from someone else. And you know, that whole thing is it's the whole thing is a huge gray area. It's why a lot of people have problems with psychiatry in general and how it categorizes people because at what point is it an illness? Well, that's like very societally driven, essentially. So like those lines, can't, are always being redrawn based on new information. And yeah, I think a lot of things traditionally considered illnesses often cannot be in the right environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole, honestly, the whole concept of mental illnesses is kind of dubious. But, oh crap. That did not work the way it was supposed to. That's okay.
Wait, what's happening?
I accidentally clicked
We're
on
good?
some stuff. We're all good, and it went off the
Okay.
screen. Yeah, the whole mental illness thing is kind of dubious, but I guess it serves its purpose in society, and it's.
I think
it's,
the way that
it's, it's
the
some
way that
frame.
JREG categorizes like whether or not you have mental illness being based on the amount of tweets you make per day is a pretty good measure, to be honest. Like, look at your Twitter feed. Have you made more than 2 tweets today? If you have, you are mentally ill.
Hell yeah.
That's
well,
like
I'm
his measure.
neurotypical then, because I pump out exactly 2 tweets a day, so.
I don't think I'm mentally ill today because I have just woken up, but sometimes, it's not uncommon for me to make multiple tweets per day. So that's because my brain just comes up with shit and I just throw stuff out onto the internet.
That's totally cool. I fetishize mental illness, and I think it's based. So I'm gonna give you a big thumbs up and say do that again all the time. I don't know.
Yeah. I made my telonym recently.
Yeah.
People can ask me anonymous questions.
That's epic. Did you get some cool ones?
Just from Zark and Fafner.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. No really cool ones. I was really hoping there'd be some mean ones so I could just dunk on them, but I didn't get anything.
No death threats
just nice
from
people.
Zark.
No death threat. No death. I was hoping for death threats from Zark, but I got nothing. Hate messages from Croc telling me I'm dead. Something like that. I'm dead to him.
What? He's mad at you. He's mad at me, Croc. I hope he's okay.
I do too. I hope he's just messing around. I hope he's not actually mad at me for whatever reason.
Yeah, same here, but I have a bad feeling he is. But
I don't know why he'd be mad at me at this point. Besides, holding on to grudges from the past, but
it doesn't make sense to me either. I'm sure he'll talk to us again. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
But yeah.
I got black hot glue. It's like hot glue from a hot glue gun, but it's black.
It's black.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Black is cool.
I think it's very cool.
I'm gonna paint my nails.
Very goth. Yeah. My nails are these flower pattern stick-ons that I absolutely adore. They make me feel good.
Yeah, no, I've been doing it a lot recently.
Hell yeah, love that. I'm gonna work out tomorrow. I've been working out recently with a friend, and I just I really have been enjoying.
I'm also going to be doing that.
Hell yeah.
In theory.
I did it for the first time 3 days ago, and I've been so sore for the past 2 days. I had to take multiple Epsom salt baths.
You have to do what now?
take multiple baths with Epsom salt just to heal my soreness.
Yeah. And I'm meant to be going tomorrow with my roommate who you saw, but his shoulders just completely fucked him up for whatever reason, and he's like he can't lift it above his waist. From sheer pain, but oh Mark,
Yeah,
cat was just sick.
Yeah, that sucks. I couldn't work out for like a month because of my finger, and it really bummed me out.
Cat's just thrown up in the hallway.
That sucks. That cat needs to get a clue.
Yeah. Give me a moment while I clean that up.
Okay.
So,
That's okay.
yeah, hold on. Yeah.
That's okay. I'll play the instrument, the music.
Backing up.
There's my.
I would have done my why he was sick just now. He just kind of was.
I did my awful Trolls music.
It was really good. I liked what I was hearing. It was something special.
Hell yeah, that was the worst keyword I could find at Goodwill.
I think Discord might have cut it off, but like hearing it from like your actual audio source this time would be really cool, so I can hear what it actually sounds like, what it's supposed to sound like.
Epic.
When we were doing the Brentford Time podcast, it was like I don't know if you heard it back, but I'm guessing it wasn't what it was meant to sound like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. But
Okay.
it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Well, that was, yeah.
It did what it could while it could, and then it did.
It served its purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I should be able to get that green tea stuff from Ali Bongos in Norwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think. I want to get it like rolling, like in like a pouch, so I can like roll my own cigarettes.
Wait. Could you repeat that last part?
I want to get it in like a pouch of like leaves, so I can roll it up into cigarettes. I think that's going to be cheaper.
I've never. Yeah, that'll be cheaper, but I've never smoked green tea from actual leaves, so I don't know if it'll be smoked.
Oh no, not. I mean, just like it'd be dried leaves and stuff. It's like it's all like, well. I mean,
do you just get like a
selling one?
You get like a smoking blend.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I gotcha. Yeah, no, that stuff usually works pretty good.
Yeah. There's a chain of stores in the UK that's shutting down pretty soon. Oh wait, no. There's this thing that's been happening all over the news. Is like it's like some crazy like guy like tied to terrorism or something managed to like shoot one of the security guards in the prison he was at.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Like he managed to actually break free and like steal one of the officer's guns or something.
Yikes! That's
That was in the UK. I don't remember exactly what it was, but
at least.
I don't know. There's been some crazy stuff happening in the UK prisons recently.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. I can't give full details. I've just kind of been hearing it like off and on the news. And I'm working.
Yeah, I feel like things have been pretty, not really lots going on in the news recently. I feel like it's been like, the Republican convention, and, Trump isn't even there to, like, debate anyone, so it's been like, pretty slow news month here, I feel like. I'm trying to think of the last big news thing that happened. It wasn't just like failed Republican candidates for president. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Recently, I got to eat at one of my favorite soup restaurants. Have you ever gone to like a Chinese soup restaurant where there's a little fire and your soup is like constantly being heated by the fire? Oh, oh. And yay, and sorry, technical difficulties. Now we're getting into the challenge mode part of the podcast. So, if for those sitting at home, the challenge this week is to write down your favorite fart and tell us the time and date in the comments. Thank you. That's your challenge. That's the fart challenge. That's this week's challenge, the fart challenge.
It's all about your farts. You want to hear them. You want to hear your fart stories. You want to hear about how wet the fart was. Did you shit yourself? Was it a shart? We want to know. Let us know in the comments.
Thank you. Yes. All
Yeah.
about farts. That's what this week is about.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave the webcam off at this point because I think it's just that's what's going to be. That's the only difference I can think of that's causing this.
That's okay. We don't need the webcam. It's no big deal.
Yeah. I'd like the webcam gone, but I mean, it's just like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, well, we got.
If it's gonna cause too many issues, then it's just like, whatever.
We got a good 30 minutes. We can always try again later. Different computer system. It's all good.
Yeah.
Plus, this is the first time that this is like a transitional episode of where it's like I'm starting to record them, and so.
It's evolving.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
Garbage Growlers is evolving.
Garbage Growlers is evolving or molting.
It's molting. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're shedding our skin to reveal the lovely new exoskeleton underneath.
Yep. I love
And
I love being an invertebrate hiding inside an invertebrate. I'm so glad I decided to come onto this planet and become a parasite to these humans.
I'm a raccoon.
And I'm a possum that smokes weed.
Yeah, I'm a raccoon disguised as a human.
Anyways,
And I'm a raccoon disguised as a human, pretending to be a raccoon on the internet.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're in the meta modern age, you know, because you got pre-modernism, you got modernism, you got postmodernism, and now we're in the meta modernism.
Metamodernism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like uh, it's like dystopia, late stage capitalism. Everything is so meta that
What is it, like capitalism that's aware of itself?
it's it's like it's like cultural products increasing in complexity, to the point where like everything inadvertently becomes meta.
Yeah.
You know, like Swedish fish Oreos. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meta modern.
You know what? You know that like Elon Musk Starlink shit?
I don't know anything about it, but it sounds about right.
So you don't wait. So you don't know what Starlink is?
No, I'm not. I didn't pay attention.
Okay, so a few years ago, Elon Musk launched a shitload of satellites up into Earth's orbit.
Okay,
right?
I remember that.
Yeah, and that was for Starlink, right? To provide internet access to people who live in remote areas and can't get it, like in like
Oh
middle of
yeah,
nowhere,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense.
The speeds aren't quite as good as like your traditional like fiber or like your copper lines, but there are some people who live so far out in the country where I am, and because I work in telecoms, right? It's like it would actually be better for them to be on Starlink if they could afford it than to be on what they're on.
That makes sense. A lot of places.
The question
do
is,
that.
it's like, well, I don't know what their customer service is like, or if they can get people out to like, you know, fix their shit for them. I mean, I don't know what that would be like, but it's like the one useful thing that Elon Musk has made is Starlink.
I mean, he owns a lot of capital, so
What are the speeds like on Starlink?
he makes useful things, but and it doesn't make up for the rhetoric. I think.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good.
But
So apparently, if you're on Starlink in the UK, you can get download speeds of up to like 106.1 megs. That's actually better than what we're getting here.
I mean, it's satellite service, so like, I could see it, but like my internet service is like up to 500 megabytes a second, and I get like 8 or something. So I feel like they're like, oh yeah, it's up to 100, but it's probably only going to be like 3 or 4 megabytes per second. Like when it gets down to it, like, let's be honest.
I don't think megabits and megabytes are different. Are you on megabits or megabytes?
I don't know. I'm not as cultured. I might have gotten it mixed up.
I think, yeah, so 1 megabit is smaller than 1 megabyte,
Okay.
I think. Because 8 bits is a byte, right?
Yeah.
So, like, a megabit would be 8 times smaller than a megabyte.
Okay, interesting.
I think. But yeah, when we're serving out, when we're talking to people, we're talking about you're looking at the Mbps, so not your internet speed. Usually that's a megabit because it looks like a megabyte, but actually it's like 8 times smaller than what you're thinking.
Okay. No, that's valid. That makes a lot more sense then.
Yeah.
Because the maximum speeds would match that 100 then. Because if I think if that's divided by 8, then you get about 12, and I feel like peak, I definitely get 12 to like 13 megabytes a second, so that would match up with what it's saying then.
Yeah. I like my job. My job is good.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm really hoping that either my guitar pedals take off or that I get this bud tender job, or both. Honestly, both things could happen.
Bartending job, huh?
Not bud tending. It'd be selling people weed,
Oh, yeah.
but legally.
Bartender.
The place I might get a job at pays minimum wage, plus tips, but it's selling weed, and minimum wage here isn't that bad. So
Yeah, I'm being woefully underpaid for what I'm doing.
Mood, that was me doing
I'm getting a lot more.
DoorDash.
Yeah, because apparently the ISP that we work for is paying my company like £300 like per completed job that I do, and I'm only getting £23 per completed job. So I don't know how much of that is being spread out to like the company itself and the service guys like actually organizing the jobs for me and stuff, and how much of that is I don't know, like I don't know.
That's nuts. I feel like they should definitely pay you better.
I mean, yes, I would like to get paid more.
Do that. I do. I'm not used to recording, so sometimes I'll randomly click on a thing, and then it'll be like, I didn't mean to do that. It's just like muscle memory.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd like to get paid better, but I mean, like I said, I don't know how much of it is being distributed throughout the company, so.
Mood, yeah, that's true. They might end up.
And they're making me pay for the fuel and the van and stuff, so, I mean, yeah, more would be nice. I mean, I don't know, I'll just stick to this job for a while, and then once a few months have rolled by and it looks like I'm going to keep it, and they want to keep me on, I'll start negotiating with them and see what I can do. I mean, ultimately, I still want to move into like computers and IT and stuff. So.
Mood, well, either way, it'll be something you can do, and it doesn't sound like.
It was the best thing on my CV so far.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I'm trying to get something like that, or just self-employed wise, because I'll go back to DoorDash if I have to, but it wasn't very easy to get back on it. I think I have to like reapply for it, so it's kind of a pain. And then I don't get paid very well, so it's like if I get this dispensary job, that'd be way better.
Yeah. I think I can get on Universal Credit as well.
That's cool. That's like a good low interest credit service?
It's no, it's universal credit is it's basically like the UK's version of like the unemployment payment system. And yeah, it's like basically it's a lot more generous than what it used to be like. Right, we used to have like job seekers allowance, but now it's all universal credit, and it's basically meant to like you're meant to be getting a certain amount of money per time frame, and if you're not making enough, then they'll top you up to keep you going.
That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really dope. I was supposed to get that at when I worked at IHOP or something similar to that, but it never happened because I don't know. IHOP was kind of a scam.
Yeah, because if you're working in full-time employment and you're not earning a whole lot, they won't really help you out. But because I'm self-employed, I can still like apply and work on it. And they'll look at my income and they'll say, yeah, you didn't earn that much this month, so have some more.
That's really dope. I wish I could do that.
But actually getting it from them is trying to suck blood from a stone. You know, it's like it's really hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They wouldn't give me anything when I was completely unemployed and had nothing. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was surviving on rice, and like I had like £5 in my bank account for like 2 weeks, and I was like, can I have some unemployment, please, so I can survive while I look for work? And they were like, no, go fuck yourself, die.
That's lame.
Yeah. I mean, it's alright now because I'm working, but that was fucking. They're hard asses.
Well, I'm glad everything's okay now, though. You let me know if you ever get in a tight pinch.
Thanks. I think I'll be alright there.
Hell yeah. Good to hear.
I'm doing alright so far. Just trying to save money.
I feel that I'm trying to make money and save money.
And I am doing that. I was in overdraft when I started working this job, and last week I managed to get to my paycheck without being in overdraft, which is really nice. So the money is going up.
Hell yeah, good to hear.
It is really good.
It's always good to make
So
it.
so you're tell me about this bartender job that you're looking at getting.
Okay, so it's kind of like really south of me. So it's like it's a good like 25-30 minute commute, but once I get there, it's supposed to be like an 8-hour shift, 2 or 3 times a week, um, possibly 4 times a week, but it only starts like 2 or 3 times a week. And yeah, it's just a part-time sales job. I make minimum wage plus tips. Um, Everyone seems really nice, and it looks like it's not too crowded. Like I don't think I would get a crazy amount of business or anything. So it seems like it would just be really chill. But I can handle myself if there's a lot of salespeople, or I mean, a lot of people wanting to buy stuff. I'm used to that kind of environment. So if it was that, I mean, more tips.
I hated working in retail. Not retail, but just I hated working in fast food, dealing with customers and being yelled at by managers and stuff.
Fast food sucks. I feel like specialty retail is pretty dope. Well, when I worked at a pool chemical place, it really sucked because it was like chlorine fumes, and all the customers are grumpy, like
Yeah.
homeowners, like upper middle class, like mostly like just like cis dudes who are like really like creepy. I don't know, but but I feel like the clientele at a dispensary will probably be not as. I mean, there are definitely going to be difficult people to deal with, but I feel like it won't be consistently like unenjoyable. I feel like a lot of people will be nice.
I had my stock audit yesterday, and I got to meet some of the other people that I work with, and I was talking to this guy who was also kind of new, and like, yeah, it was he was like, yeah, I've come into this job from working in retail, and it's just the amount of people, the change in like the amount of people who are nice to you and will actually talk to you and aren't complete assholes to you is just so different. You know, it's just like, it's just great. Like, no one yells at us. We're kind of left to our own devices to sort of get the job done. Like, as long as we're getting the job done, it's all good. Like, we're not being harassed. It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's how I felt about DoorDash. I just wish they hadn't kicked me off. I wish they had just or warned.
But they kicked you off?
Yeah, they kicked me off the platform when I was getting my ID sent redone and my registration for my car redone. And now I think I have to like reapply to it or something.
So why did they? What was their reason? Why did they kick you off?
Because my ID and registration was expiring.
Oh, I see.
And now I can't really figure out how to get back on. I'm trying to find this place where I send an email. I might figure it out, but either way, I want to get my guitar pedal stuff ready and see if I get this dispensary job before I figure all that out.
Yeah. Well, I hope that job comes free for you. I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too.
I know you really enjoyed your DoorDash gig, so that's really sad to hear.
Yeah, I did, and it was nice to have like spending money. But everything's okay. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
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 Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just waiting for like my bills to hit me like a ton of bricks, you know? Like, I'm waiting for it.
Mood. Well, here's to making those dollar bills.
They're making money.
Hell yeah.
What time are we at now?
We're at like 20 minutes, so we could stop now or go another 5 or 10 minutes. It's where we're wrapping up time basically.
Okay. I'm trying to think of stuff to talk about. That's all.
No, I totally feel it. I what else? I've got.
I might be going to London first at some point in the near future. I can't exactly say when, but it might happen.
That sounds cool. I might go to. Well, I think my friend is getting a. Well, I don't know if that's happening, but yeah, I'm excited. I have some big plans for the future. You know.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about them too much, but I'm starting that pedal business, and there's like other businesses that I'm gonna launch from that. I'm really excited to announce soon, but nothing that's like fleshed out all the way yet that we can talk about.
Yeah, the meets I've been going to in Norfolk and Norwich are like really cool. I'm meeting lots of cool people, but they're very like tame, you know, like safe for work and stuff. And I keep hearing about like I was expecting like the meets to be all, you know, people get drunk and stuff, but that doesn't seem to be what happens like here. But I mean, that's still cool. It's still fun. I'm just like kind of like you got splinter groups going off and doing their own thing, like from the meets, so that they can go and drink, you know.
Yeah. I need to get more social. I'm trying to reach out to more places. It's like I found this workout buddy, and I have a few other friends here and there. But there's this one friend that. But yeah, I am going to a show soon, and I'm excited. I really like seeing the live music around here. There's a lot of really good punk shows and stuff. So I'm gonna try to go to more of those to meet people. But
yeah.
Big fan of live music.
It's gonna be so weird and sad. I'm talking my mouth full of crisp, sorry.
It's okay.
Give me a moment.
Almost done anyways. I definitely wanna. I've definitely been writing more music recently, so I feel like
Is that online anywhere? Have you got any songs like uploaded?
No, that's the thing, is that they're all just written. Because I haven't been able to play my guitar or any of my synthesizers. I mean, I guess I could have done it with one hand, but I didn't even really feel like, getting into it, I guess. But now I'm more open to that. So I think that's going to be the creative thing I work on, as well as video editing. Like, I'm going to edit this, and there's some stuff I've been working on. But
yeah.
I'm really excited for the future, and I'm really excited about the future podcasts we're going to have, and I'm really glad that we did this transitional episode today. And
yeah, me too.
Anything else you want to say before we head out?
I was just going to talk about how it's going to be weird because I'm going to this next meet on Saturday, right? And it's going to be really weird because it's being hosted at this charity organization that I used to work at called the Matthew Project, right? Not I used to volunteer at it, right? Not work at it, but yeah, they're sort of like Alcoholics Anonymous type group. They help people like get off. They help with people who are recovering from like, you know, substance abuse and the victims of substance abuse, right? So they're not necessarily be people who have done like substances themselves, but they've just been the victim of somebody who was on substances. But yeah, it's like it's one of those events where it's like it's one of those places where you really cannot bring any kind of like substances with you.
That makes sense.
And it's like really, really, really not okay. And it's like a furry meet, so like typically like when you go to a furry meet, people are usually drinking, right? But like not here. This is totally safe for work and nothing of that kind whatsoever. So it's going to be really weird going to one of those and like, cause I've got and there's somebody else there that I know is going to want to like drink or want to talk about drinking and stuff, but yeah, I'm not sure what the future's going to hold for that guy at the meets, but without, you know, naming names or anything, but it's going to be given my history with that guy, it'll be interesting to see what happens. That's all.
That does sound interesting. Sounds like you got a particular situation going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be alright. It'll be fun. Anyway, that was it.
Hell yeah.
So.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks.
This has been Garbage Growlers in the Just Weird Sounds No Talking channel on Myra's server.
Yep, Just Weird Sounds, no talking.
No talking.
I would like to thank the people who are listening to this, and thanks for your continued support. please like and subscribe and give me all of your money and just empty those bank accounts into my private coffers, please. Thank you. And this this is this.
You can continue sending those bags of blood I've been getting in the mail. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
If you could vacuum seal them, though, that would be great because they've just kind of been turning up and like loose in like a cardboard box, and by the time it gets here, it's all clotted.
And
So like,
this
I think it's blood.
this is
But you could make sure it's entirely blood next time as well, because there are some other substances in there that I'm not entirely sure.
this podcast has been sponsored by smellycushions.com. When you need something comfy to smell stinky, come here. Your one-stop shop for smelly cushions. Retro, out of stock, purposely scented, and likened to chemical waste. Are just some of our few really smelly cushions. So just smellycushions.com. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Smelly Cushion.
Alright, I'm stopping it now.